A lot of people are moving to Milton, Ontario, and I mean a lot. Just over a decade ago, Milton was named one of the fastest growing cities in Canada. However, this rapid growth has brought many challenges to the town. So, if you're considering moving to Milton, there are several factors you need to think about, such as traffic and the necessity of having a car for everyday errands. And most importantly, I will save the biggest point for the end. So stay tuned because I'm about to share the top 7 cons of moving to Milton, Ontario. Hey everyone, I am Sanjay, and if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. Here I cover everything you need to know about living, working, eating, sleeping, playing, and the pros and cons of Milton, Ontario. As a real estate agent, I work here for the past 11 years. I have been assisting people like you in making the move to Milton, Ontario, and I absolutely love it. If you're planning to relocate in Milton, feel free to reach out. All my contact information is listed below, and I would be happy to help you make a smooth transition to Milton. But for now, let's dive into the first con of living in Milton, which is the traffic. Milton's rapid development in the early 2000s resulted in an infrastructure that could not keep pace. Numerous subdivisions were built, but there were not enough roads to support them, leading to significant traffic congestion during peak hours. If you live in south of Milton, for example, even though it's just 10 kilometers from the highway, you can expect a 20-minute drive before you even reach the 401 in peak hours. This brings me to my next point. You really need to have a car in Milton. Milton is your typical suburban town with local shops and restaurants in the downtown core. However, outside of the town center, you will need a car to reach everyday conveniences like grocery stores or the gym. Most part of Milton have a low walk score, and if you don't have a vehicle, your public transportation options are limited. Buses usually runs on weekdays and Saturdays, and night and Sunday services are less frequent. Another thing to note is Milton's limited arts and culture scene. There are no major theaters or museums. The Ontario First Arts Centre, a modern venue hosting exhibitions and workshops, is the main cultural spot, but the overall art scene is a bit lacking. Educational options are also limited. While there are many preschools, elementary and high schools, there are no post-secondary institutions in Milton. For college or university, you will need to look at nearby cities like Waterloo or Hamilton or even Toronto, which has world-class institutions like the University of Toronto and Humber College. As a ray of hope, recently Wilfrid Laurier University announced their new campus in Milton, right? Another con is the distance to Toronto. The closest major city, Toronto, is about 50 kilometers or 50 minutes drive from Milton. Despite being part of the GTA, Milton's location on the outskirts makes Toronto feel little distant. Milton is ideal for those seeking a slower pace of life, but if you prefer the hustle and bustle of a larger city, you might find Milton's lack of activity little disappointing. Milton is quite a part of GTA, and while it might not make or break your decision to move here, the lack of entertainment options is worth noting. This brings up a question: with all these cons of living in Milton, why are people still choosing to move here? As a real estate agent in Milton for the last 11 years, I can share what locals appreciate about this small town and why people from all over Canada are calling Milton home. For starters, Milton's cost of housing is relatively low. Relatively is the key. House prices in all of Toronto are very high, making it one of the most expensive metropolitans in North America. But when comparing Milton to other GTA suburbs, you find lower to average price points. The most common type of home here is detached house, averaging 1.3 million. While that may sound high, it's lower than the 1.5 million in Burlington or the 2 million in Oakville. Property taxes in Milton are also relatively low compared to other cities around Milton. This affordability is why many families have moved to Milton over the last decade. Milton is very family friendly with a small town charm that is safe for kids. There are numerous parks and activities for children. While many schools in Toronto are closing, Milton schools are expanding to accommodate the influx of families. This rapid growth is quite phenomenal. One of my personal favorite things about Milton is that if you appreciate nature, you get stunning views of the Niagara Escarpment. The escarpment is a vast bedrock formation that starts along the Niagara River and extends through Milton. Many places around town offer beautiful views of this natural wonder, allowing residents to enjoy the sights and sounds of the escarpment right from their backyard. In addition to these scenic views, there are numerous conservation areas for nature lovers to explore. Rattlesnake Point offers over 700 acres of hiking and rock climbing, and from there you can take a trail that leads to Crawford Lake, one of the fewer than 40 meromictic lakes in world. A meromictic lake has water layers that don't mix, making it a popular tourist attraction. Hilton Falls is another favorite among locals, featuring a picturesque waterfall and a fire pit. Calso Conservation offers a lovely beach and a warm water for swimming in the spring and summer. Milton has plenty of outdoor activities to enjoy year-round. Residents can hike, bike, and engage in various outdoor recreations throughout the year. There are also several golf courses such as Trafalgar Golf Course and Country Club and Halton Country Golf Club. Additionally, Glen Eden provides opportunities for skiing and snowboarding along with lessons through their snow school. When it comes to outdoor play, Milton has you covered, because really, where else can you find a ski hill and a beach within 15 minutes from your front door? And lastly, the seventh pro of living in Milton is its strong sense of community. The town hosts numerous events throughout the year. A favorite among local is the Milton's Farmers Market, which is a fantastic way to spend a Saturday morning. Open from mid to late May, it is a summer staple featuring vendors with fresh produce, local talent, and artisans from all around town. The Downtown Milton Street Festival is another popular annual event that takes place in June. This festival provides a fun and entertaining atmosphere, usually with food trucks lining Main Street, attracting people all over GTA to experience what Milton has to offer. So there you have it, the top pros and cons of living in Milton, Ontario. Truth be told, the cons are not that bad. Now that you know what to expect, you can easily find yourself living comfortably in this beautiful town. If you are considering moving to Milton, Ontario, then definitely give me a shout. I would love to help you out, whether it's in 9 days or 90 days. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or even schedule a Zoom call. All the contact information is down in the description below. I would be happy to help you and your family to make that smooth move to Milton.